angry. It's okay.
I'm not angry. Except when you keep repeating, you're angry. And that shit's fucking annoying. Like a fucking gnat at a barbecue. Just bugging the fuck out of me.
Good. I want you to say, I'm angry. It's okay. I'll process my anger. I love myself. Woozah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And boom. Back at it again. This is episode I don't even remember, or I don't even know when I'm going to post this. So it's episode whatever. I'm excited today. I got a very special guest, my brother from New Jersey. I actually talked about him in one episode, I believe. I might have, yeah. Anyways, from New Jersey, my brother, Joe.
How you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Now, this is a special treat because I don't have people on here at all, and I'm glad you're the first. We're just going to talk, how we met and stuff because it's a funny story. I mean, we actually met through what? How do we meet?
Oh, that goes way back. As a kid, my father put me in karate school. And it's a karate, I'm not promoting them, but it's a karate school in Kenilworth, New Jersey called Karate World. And I used to go there with my younger brother. And my dad put me on there because I was pretty much getting beat up a lot in school. Growing up in Newark, New Jersey, you have to be able to protect yourself, which is something I didn't know how to do back then.
Okay. And we're going to pause there because in this show, we always go... It's always all over the place.
That's
so,
right.
Newark, New Jersey. And I try to tell the people, I had this conversation with him off air. I was, because I told you guys I was from the hood, and a lot of people, when you see me or you hear me and the way I act, I don't act hood. But I was telling them, I was like, did we grow up in the hood? Because we grew up in the similar neighborhoods. So, what would you say? Newark, Irvington, would that be hood?
Well, for people that don't know, the Newark, you could just read about it every day in any newspaper in the United States. Just about, I'm sure you could find some kind of tragic event, murder, or complaint. If it's not that, it's the officials that are making headlines. Like Anthony Weiner and all this. If you're from New York, you got Mario Cuomo now. All these guys can't keep their pants on and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely consider Newark as hood, and we grew up. I think where he grew up was even just as bad or worse than where I lived. I lived in the border of Irvington, which they call Ghost Town. You do the math why they do that. But when I used to go visit him, I used to catch the bus or I used to get dropped off, and obviously, you're in the city when you're catching the bus.
Yeah.
I wasn't riding my bike over there. I think I would have made it 2 or 3 blocks without somebody robbing me from my bike. But yeah.
Yeah. Public transportation was huge up north. Like down here, there's nothing. You guys have like one train. What is it? MARTA or whatever. You guys don't have like up north. You get a bus ride anywhere. It could take you anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere. So. Anyway, that was my sort of validation because I wanted to tell people because if you look at us, well, if you look at me more, he looks like right?
Pretty much.
Like he could be a criminal until he talks, right? Until he talks.
2 for 5.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, now fast forward back to Karate World story. So back at meeting at Karate World. What's your story? And then I'll tell my story.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it was mostly for self-defense, and my parents wanted to keep us busy, or maybe they wanted a free babysitter. I have no idea, but
yeah, free
I
babysitter.
used to get dropped off there like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I would be there until like closing time, 10, 11 o'clock. I would do about 3 or 4 classes with my brother. It was getting to the point they wanted to pay us to teach and help teach. My brother.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my brother got up to I think brown belt. and we were already doing black belt classes, and we knew everything. Like, you know, like a kid, you know, that's very infatuated with learning something new and having fun, and you know, that was the thing to do back then. There wasn't phones, it wasn't video games. Yeah, we had video games, but you know, our parents wanted us to get some exercise instead of staying home and stop eating and all that other stuff. So we would definitely go out there and have a great time. That's where I met Macho. You tell the story.
So a lot of people don't know me by Macho, so I'm glad you said that. Now they do.
That's fine.
Yeah, they only know me as Raphael. So and I explained in the first episode how I don't really like my name. But anyway, so how I remember first meeting him, I remember I was waiting for class because, you know, you wait outside the class. There's another class ahead of you if you came early and you're waiting. And I remember him and his brother were just, you know, walking around talking to everybody. You know, they're super friendly. So they were just talking to everybody. And I remember I was standing by this sign. The name of the place is called Karate World. And it tells you, you know, things that you're there for, like self-defense, awareness, I don't know, all this. They had a list of stuff, right? So he came up to me, and one of them on there was like weight loss, weight control. So he came up to me, he was like, so he's like, so you're here for weight control, right? And I remember,
weren't we all?
Yeah. Just laughing, because I have a great sense of humor. Like, it takes a lot to, you know, get to me, but I thought that was hilarious. Some people probably would have been like, you know, this guy's an asshole, and just would have walked away. But I understood he was joking.
It ain't fat shaming if you're fat.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
bigger than I am. I think back then for a kid that was like, what, 13 years old, 14?
Yeah,
I was like 13, 14 years. You must have been like what, 9?
I was big,
8?
and I'm gonna post the picture of me in the karate class. I have two of them. I have one I'm doing the split, which I don't have anymore. And I have another one where I'm holding like a sword, and you can just see my belly. It's just really round belly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna post that.
It was like 9, 10 years old with a XX gi on.
Yeah.
I think I had the same size.
So he wasn't lying, and I knew from right there we were gonna be good friends. I mean, I think ever since then we just started talking, you know, and then he came over. I don't even know how that happened.
Your sister was also going to Karate World, and I
Yeah.
think eventually your dad did for a little bit too, right?
Mm-hmm. They joined after me.
Yeah, and my parents, well, my dad, he ended up coming one time and staying for like maybe a month. He's very busy at that time. My little brother, who was about a year and a half younger than me, and then also my older brother, he ended up coming for about a month. So at one point, it was 3 boys and my dad. 4 of us, and the master at the studio, he used to use us as an example all the time. He used to be like, you know, you want to lead by example? Look at this guy right here. This is his father. This is his oldest son. This is his middle son, and this is his youngest son. Like,
family that kicks together sticks together.
Yeah,
that's what
that
was the motto.
Yeah. He was a great teacher. I mean, for the most part, you know, he had his certain ways, but like all teachers, you know, you're not always going to like what they do or how they act and how they teach, but overall he was good at what he did. He was strong, and he was young at that time, you know. Shout out to Master Dunn.
Yeah, Master Dunn, shout out.
Yeah.
But we learned a lot, man. I still remember some of these self-defense moves. You know, I haven't used any, thank God, knock on wood, but I've learned a lot from that school, you know. But yeah, that's it with Karate World.
Are you still interested in trying something new in the future, like a different type of self-defense or boxing?
Well, I'm into this Krav Maga, whatever that is now. You ever heard of that? It's just like street self-defense, like, you know.
Oh, isn't that the Israeli fight?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I'm into that. You know, I tried did you know I tried MMA? I tried that. I did the Muay Thai. I did the Jiu-Jitsu. I got pictures of that. I got pictures of me fighting people. I could post that, and I got pictures of me with a black eye afterwards.
Oh wow! Yeah,
yeah. I ended up having to leave because the missus didn't like me coming home with black eyes, and I remember the first time I came home with a black eye, she freaking lost it. You know, she wanted to go to school and beat the guy up who beat my ass. But I remember black eyes. I got a busted nose from the Muay Thai teacher. he gave me a straight left punch right in the nose, and I just remember all this blood coming down, and everybody was calm. Like nobody was like, panicking. They were like, they were like, hey, your nose is bleeding. Go clean it. That's all I got. So, but yeah, I tried that, and I wanted this boxing around here. I wanted to try that, but I'm a kicker. I mean, we started off kicking, and I love kicking. So that's why I'm a fan of the Muay Thai and all that. I have to throw my legs. I think they're my best weapons anyway. I don't think I really got that much hands.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in Georgia here, but in New Jersey, there's a lot of everything. I'm actually thinking about learning Wing Chun, which is, for you people who don't know, the same style as Ip Man. If you haven't checked out the movie, by all means, love that movie. He does too. Yes. But it's more defensive. I think it's considered defensive fighting, where people attack you, you kind of like...
use momentum.
Yeah, use their momentum against them. It's not like judo or anything like that, but it's like blocking and then attacking right away. So it's something that I want to learn because it's more about face to face. Like most people, they try to fight each other and they keep the distance and they throw punches. Like this thing is like hands on. You're either gonna knock the guy out, swing him, throw him, or God knows, how you're gonna stop him.
All the crazy shit. Yeah. But yes, you gotta watch Ip Man, IP Man, and I'll post that so you guys can see that. But that's awesome segue to what I was wanting to talk about. One of our favorite things doing together when we were younger was watching kung fu movies, and I think I talked about this earlier in one of the early episodes. It was kung fu movies and Chinese food, and I was like, how racist.
Chicken wings and french fries and
General chicken.
How special lo means.
Yeah, oh man.
That's the best.
That's what we did, and we watched. They don't have kung fu movies up here, so I don't think they understand how. I mean, down here, I don't think they understand how fun that is. So if you watch Ip Man, it's close to what we used to watch, but not really. I mean, they actually have it. If you go and like put in 5 Deadly Venoms, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
right?
the 36 Chambers is also. If it's not on that, it's on Prime. Yeah. I think I've seen them in Prime as well.
Yeah, but watch those, and that's what we did. We watched those movies. We ate Chinese food, and we just laughed all the time.
Oh yeah,
just definitely. Random laughter. Yeah.
Definitely.
And then, my father, I told you guys he was huge on martial arts, so,
Your dad used to have the sickest collection.
Yes, tell him about
Shout
that.
out to Raph, man.
Yeah.
Raph Sr.
He listens to this, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I remember going into his room, and it was just like a library of tapes, and I don't remember seeing that many DVDs. I don't think back then they weren't as popular. So he had everything on tape.
It was on VHS.
Oh,
and I showed you guys that. And I think episode 3, what a VHS player was.
Oh my goodness. Because
I told him I had a collection of VHS porn. And I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was the most watched episode, though. I found that funny. Yeah. VHS porn, because I was talking about the first time I watched porn, it was on VHS.
Same here. Yeah,
right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We used to go down to Englishtown here in Jersey where I used to live. They used to have like a whole section, dude. It was just huge, and you saw all kinds of stuff there, man. But yeah, the VHSs were big back in the day, especially when we were growing up. Like we grew up in a time where phones were even that popular. There was no internet on phones and none of that. Like you had to be rich, like in the late 90s to have that kind of stuff.
To have a flip phone.
Yeah, that's not even that, just to have the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, most people had it in their houses, but nobody had it in their phones and stuff like that. But I went through that. Mm-hmm. He did too. We're about the same age.
The VHS, I can tell you this: the covers is what got you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the covers on the VHS tape, you're like, okay, got this one. I was telling them about Jersey Fried Chicken, how there was a bootleg spot. I was like, you could get a white tea, you could get a bootleg tape, you get chicken, and you get some weed, all in the same spot, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. and that's not like in New York, because I do a lot of work in New York, and we used to be up there. It was like 10 times even worse than that. You used to go in there, order fried chicken, and then you have like 3 or 4 guys coming up to you asking if you want to buy heroin, crack, and marijuana, you know. So that's New York City.
Yeah.
But you know, either that or they're gonna rob you, one or the other. As soon as you pull out the money. Not that I know, but stay away from drugs, kids. It's not good.
Yeah, but yeah, we frequent that spot, you know, because I was telling you, mixtapes, white teas.
Oh, I miss
chicken.
mixtapes.
Yeah,
I miss buying
mixtapes.
CDs, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. There's nothing's gonna beat that, man. That was exciting. You go out every Friday, there was a new mixtape. You see, you know, who's coming out, what new artist, what underground artist, you know. Somebody is not played on the radio, but it's still good, you know.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah, big time.
But yeah. What else we did? It was a lot of craziness. He was actually the one that told me, and my father watched this episode, so it was funny. I remember, I don't know if he remembers this, but it was one time he came to my house, and we went in that basement I was telling you I was terrified of. That the lights were always out in the basement. And he went downstairs. He was the one I was talking about. I didn't name him, but this is the guy that he was like, he sniffed. He was like, he's like,
got that John Blaze.
Yeah, who's smoking
John Blaze up in here?
Who's smoking weed in here?
I think I was already smoking back then.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other subject there.
So you already knew the smell, and then, you know, I knew the smell, but you were more professional at it, you know?
I don't know about you, but I was like 12, 13 years old when I first smoked. So
yeah. See, I'm a late bloomer on everything, and I told that too. I was a late bloomer on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything, even drinking. The last episode, my last episode was my first hangover at 33. I'm 35 years old. My first hangover was at 33 years old.
Oh my God, I think I was like 13. I remember like it was yesterday. I think I drank a 40 ounce, and then I don't know how I got home.
Yep.
I really don't. I think I got home the next day.
But I was telling them I did not like it. I was like, I'll never do it again. I was like, I don't know how people like to go out and just get hangovers all the time. And I'm like, how can you do this? Like, hangover I got, man, I could barely lift my head. And what I compared it to, that there's a carnival ride that, you know how it just sucks you to the back and you can't move. That's how it felt. Like, you know how you try to move your head and it feels like it's scrambling your brain. That's how hungover I was. It was on vodka, this expensive vodka, and pineapple juice.
Oh God!
Pineapple juice.
Is that your control word? Yeah, but I think 99% of the time when I used to get hungover real bad was peer pressure. Like, I would go hang out with a buddy I haven't seen in years, and then like they would try to get you drunk. Like, that was the thing, you know. So you show up. Everybody has a beer or two. Next thing you know, they don't want to let you leave. They want to keep giving you more and more. Next thing you know, you're like them, you know, assed out on the floor. Like me, sleeping on stairs, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you. This guy didn't even want to let me in his house. I was like 13, 14 years old. He's like, you got to sleep out here. My grandma kill you. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, no. It's not for me. I mean, late on everything. Late on weed. I was late on weed. I think wifey actually got me into it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a smoker now anyway. I don't really like drinking too much.
Yeah, like I told y'all, like when I went to New Jersey, a lot of my cousins, actually it was my cousin who actually got me into it, because every time I travel to New Jersey, he's always trying to hit me up, like, you got everything, you good, and it's always weed. But he's the one who got me onto edibles, and, you know, he's the one who got me into it, and then, you know, wifey joined along. But yeah, everybody was already pro, so, you know, I'm still rookie at everything, so it only takes a little bit to get me anywhere. Even with drinking, it only takes a little bit and I'm out of it.
Now you did tell me that in Georgia, it's what is the situation over here? As far as like New Jersey, it's pretty much legal to carry up to 6 ounces. You're allowed to smoke, where people are smoking cigarettes over there. But they haven't decided on what they want to do as far as growing plants and what else is there? I think how many plants you can grow.
Yeah, I don't think we're at that level yet. Like, it's weird because if you guys could like comment, because I was telling them about Lil 5 Points. Lil 5 Points has that store where they sell weed, because I looked through the window, right, and they sell.
Are you sure that wasn't CBD? Because it looks the same.
No, because they wouldn't let you in unless you had a weed card.
So yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's the the vape stuff and stuff, yeah, they'll let you in.
But so it's for medical then.
Yeah.
So this is a medical state.
Yeah, and I remember because if you ever go to that store, there's cameras everywhere. Every little section of that spot had cameras and had one security guard. And yeah, you can't go in unless you had a card. So I remember looking through the window. I'm like, they could let you peep through the window, and I remember seeing just bags of weed, and I'm like, what the hell? So I don't understand what it is right now. I remember seeing something in the news saying something with weed is legal now in Georgia, and I just don't remember what it is. So I'm curious. I'll probably have to Google it.
Please fill us in if you know.
Yeah.
Drop the comment down below. But over there, man, in Jersey, it's getting crazy. It's like, I don't know, like I haven't noticed any crazy shenanigans where people are acting up because of it. They say crime is down, arrests are down, and that brings us to like another subject, like the policing and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. Like over the years, like I know people had their lives destroyed because of this. Like, what took them so long to figure this out? Now they're talking about making it federal, which is what I've been waiting for like 20 years. Yeah, they need to make it federal.
Yeah.
A lot of people losing their jobs for what? Like, it's the same thing as drinking, damn near. It's even, to me, it's even better. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
Most people, they start drinking and forget it. It's like the anger comes out. Weed is like, hey, let's eat. Let's watch TV. I even play with my kids.
Laugh.
They love me when I'm like that. I'm like spontaneous. I want to do stuff with them, And it's like a whole learning experience. To me, it's like, rewiring your brain a little bit. It kind of opens you up. It's not like you forget or anything, Everybody remembers what they did. But with alcohol, sometimes you don't remember.
Nope. Blackout.
Yeah. I don't remember half the stuff that I do sometimes if I drink too much.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. My first hangover, I remember I drank 3 things of vodka and 1 shot, and I don't remember what happened the rest of the night. And apparently I had 8 or 9 of them. So I was like, I couldn't remember anything. All I remember is waking up, being like, I would never do this again. But yeah. So what else?
Well, we're down here right now. I was actually I was thinking about doing a video for my YouTube channel. Check it out if you can. It's under Joe Hojas 1, HOJAS. And I was going to do one on my car because I do a lot of car videos. And the car videos that I do, I test things out. I fix things,
Very handy.
Yeah,
very handy.
And some of the stuff I get done, but I do things and I put the prices. Like, some people do things, they're all like, nose up high in the air. They don't want to say how much they spend. I say everything. I break it down. I don't care if people comment and be like, hey, you pay too much. Your mechanic's a piece of crap. He's charging you too much. I don't care. I just try to help people by showing them what it could cost and certain things that are easy to do that I do myself on my cars.
Motorcycles. He's very knowledgeable on motorcycles as well.
Yeah. I have a certificate from Georgia from an online course that I did. So I have a certificate to work on motorcycles, and I do work on my own motorcycles. And I have a few videos on it, but nothing crazy. I kind of do it just for personal, like for my personal gain. I never did it for anything else.
But go support that. I'll post his information up on this video too.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
But yeah,
and subscribe if you can. It helps.
Yeah, you guys will like it.
I don't know if I told you that most of the videos that I'm doing, at the end of the videos, I write down. Well, I say and I write down that, like, if I ever get to the point where I start getting money from YouTube, that I would donate my money to charity.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything that I ever needed. My wife, my children. I have my health. I have a home. I'm not, just showing off or saying anything like that. But I have no need for it. Like, there's only so much money you can make. Don't get me wrong. To do this full time and make good money, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
But I have a full-time job, and I do the YouTube thing just for fun. Yeah.
That's why I always tell them. I was like, I like it as a hobby because it's something new, something I always wanted to do. I've been wanting to do this for the longest. I was just, I just didn't put my foot on the pedal to get it done. But like, if I want to make anything, like I told you guys on, did I say earlier in the last episode? Like King Bach, I just want to put out funny videos, make fun of certain situations, put those out. I like doing that. So, this is like, I said this is a hobby all the time. I never say like I'm going to make any money off this because there's a gazillion podcasts out there.
Yeah, that's true.
There's celebrities, and a lot of people are liking the crime ones actually, which is crazy because we need
when
to
they talk about like
crimes.
Yeah.
There's crimes that happen in any area. People love it. So we need to come together and make like Newark crimes or New Jersey crimes.
Oh my God.
People just like hearing like, and then he went down here and they never found the head.
Famous murderers and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I might just get a newspaper and just read the shit to you guys.
To me, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But I think like sometimes when people do that, it's like they ran out of stuff to talk about. And then, don't get me wrong, there's only so much you can talk about based on the amount of knowledge you have on certain subjects. Mm-hmm. I consider myself like a person that knows about 10% of everything out there. I could mix and mingle, but I'm not an expert at one thing, Maybe a few things I am, but, just to get along and talk with somebody.
It's funny you say that. I'm the same way. Like, I do a lot of things. Like, I've tried a lot of things. So, in conversations, like, I could talk to anybody. Like, there's people at work that do yoga, so I fit in there. There's people who game, I could fit in there. People who've done CrossFit. People who are doing this. Like, and I could blend well with any conversation because I tried a lot of stuff. Pimping? I haven't met somebody who pimps yet.
Sorry, I was just trying to make them laugh.
But and that's what we're super friendly people. We could blend in all conversations like that. I mean that's why I try everything at least once, just to even so I can have something to say, something to hang on conversations. But that's it.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. I get invited to like bar mitzvahs and stuff, where I hang out with doctors and nurses and stuff, and I could blend right in with them. Believe it or not, my wife's a nurse. I speak 3 different languages, and like some of the people that like go to these places, like when I hang out with my wife's friends, they're Jewish, German. They speak German. I know a little German. I speak Spanish. Some of the doctors are Spanish, so I like. They look at me, like the people that see me with the tattoos and stuff. They're like, this guy only knows, sex, drugs, and alcohol. But no, it's not that. I'm actually, pretty educated. I mean, I have a high school diploma, but my whole life I've been hanging around from rich people with their own businesses to famous people to just blue collar, white collar, you name it. I've done everything. I've done everything in my life. I'm pretty satisfied that I know enough to get by in a lot of different subjects.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just going to be added onto my list of things to do right here. Never did a podcast before, but
yep, and it's fun, man. I mean, we get on here, we just talk about anything and everything, and sometimes it gets all a little messed up, and sometimes it's smooth. But I always say, like, every time I never get through a podcast without messing up some type of words or something, because you always like thinking of what are you gonna say, what else to come out, or if I repeated something in the beginning. There was last time I repeated the same thing twice, and I caught it when I was editing. I was like, Jesus.
Well, that's what editing's for.
Yeah. But sometimes I leave that in so you guys can see how funny it is. But yeah. What else we gotta talk about? I told him we like to keep this at 30 minutes, but it's at 28 right now. But I'm gonna see what else we could throw in here. I wish.
I was still talking about the videos I was planning on doing with the cars. The reason that I'm down here is that me and my family, we left New Jersey, and we drove from New Jersey all the way to Georgia, and we're actually heading down to Disney for the celebration of my daughter's birthday. She just turned 10, and I wanted to take her there before she got older. And life is short, so you got to try to make the best of it while you're here. And that's something I believe in very much, especially with family. So we're gonna treat ourselves. You know, we're dipping into our savings. We're spending a little bit of money in Disney, which is not much. You know,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it can be if you stay there for more than 2 or 3 days at the resort in Disney.
Yeah.
But we're trying our best to cut costs by staying outside on a different resort. We drove our own car. So that was one of the videos that I wanted to do because I have an old 99 Lincoln Town Car that I do videos on. You know, check them out. But everybody was warning me, like, don't go in your car. You crazy? That car's 24 years old, you know, it'll never make it. And
I even said that to him. I was like, you brought your own car?
Oh, man,
you
jokes
didn't rent
on
a car?
them. My car runs better than any car I ever owned. I mean, like, look at the town cars and stuff that you see on the road, you know. And ask the guy when you pull up next to him, how many miles that car got? 3, 4, 5, 600,000. And I know that from experience. My dad had one, 650,000 miles. That's like the life of like 6 different cars.
Yeah.
You know, most cars nowadays last 100, 150,000
car
miles.
that much miles on it.
My dad's did. You know, it was all highway miles, most of it, because he was a taxi driver, and he did a lot of work in the airports, taking people all over the place. But I know those cars are great, and that car didn't even give me one problem on my way up here. AC. Ice cold, you know, you just got to keep the maintenance up with it. And that's the problem that a lot of people have. They forget or they're too lazy to fix things, you know. But
tell them what you I actually had to throw this in there. We just came from eating. So right now we're actually stuffed doing this, but tell them what you were showing me how to make.
Oh, today we made chicken tenderloin, basically breaded and fried, but I call them chicken fingers. You know, the same ones that they use at the diner and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, pretty much.
he was putting me through the whole process, the dredging process.
Yeah,
and
I was teaching them how to do it. It's super easy.
Dude, I watch Food Network all the time.
Oh man, I love easy recipes. You know. Oh, shout out to the One Pot Chef. That's a channel that I watch. He's a heavy set guy. I think he's from Australia or England. I can't remember which one it was, but he hasn't been able to do videos. He got kind of big, you know. That's kind of
always happens with all these.
Yeah,
chefs.
That's the thing. It's like
they eventually balloon.
Yeah, this guy. Oh my God, like he's great. Like his recipes are 10 minutes. Like his videos are 3 or 4 minutes, but it literally takes you 10 to 15 minutes to actually make a meal for like a family of 3. You know, and who doesn't have 10 minutes? Like 10 minutes is nothing. and today it took us a while only because we were cooking for what? How many people are here today? Like
a lot.
There's like 10 of us here.
Yeah, there's 10.
Yeah, so
people
we
in this house right now.
and we have a little leftovers.
In this little room right now.
Your wife was going crazy cooking, and the food was delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
And shout out to her because she cooks healthy, and that's something that I don't really do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, tell me
I enjoy
dessert.
life.
He's always trying to get me to have this dessert. I tried it when I was in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
But he always talks about it. What's the dessert?
Oh, it's deep fried Oreos. I first tasted them at a carnival years ago. And if you look up the recipe online, it's very, very easy to make. You know, just pancake mix and Oreos and oil. That's it. Peanut oil is the best oil, you know, that I come to find. Don't use olive oil.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's very good. That with some ice cream, oh, forget it. And we had that at the Blue Ale House.
Yeah.
The Blue Ale House in Jersey.
In New Jersey, yep.
Yeah, they make it pretty good there. Yeah.
Oh,
that place is awesome.
First thing I do when I go to New Jersey, besides have pizza, because I don't know if I said this yet. I was supposed to do an episode of how the pizza here in Georgia sucks.
Oh,
but anyway, when I go to New Jersey, I have pizza, and I go to a diner because they have the great... I mean, the food, I don't know. I can't say, like, the food up north is better, but it just... Maybe it's because I've been there forever, but goddamn. I mean, the diners, you can't be... They don't have diners. They have, like, one diner down here.
New Jersey has the most diners in the whole United States.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're number one having diners.
I mean, if you guys been to these diners, I mean, like, they're open 24... Some of them are just... a majority of them, right? 24/7?
24 hours.
And the menu is fucking... It's like a book.
Yeah,
It's just you open page 1, 2, 3. You're like on page 28, and you could get it anything you want.
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing I do when I go down there, I definitely hit up a diner because they'll give you like pancakes this size. I mean, the proportions are extreme in there, right? And you get it for cheap. At least I remember it for cheap. It's probably expensive now, but
they're gonna look at me and be like, "Yo, this guy's a food expert, a historian." Did you know that New Jersey was the first place where they did like stuffed hot dogs? Like, you ever seen pita bread that's cut in half and open, and they put hot dogs and potatoes inside?
What was that?
New
place
Jersey
called?
was the first. I can't remember what they called that.
Dickie D's.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Dickie D's.
There's also a place in Jersey. What's it called? It's right there off by Clifton. There's a few of them, but they've been there for like 100 years or something like that, man. Yeah, man. I didn't even know hot dogs were around for that long.
Right.
Jeez. But the
It's
deep fried
fucking
hot dog.
delicious. I'm gonna put it up. Dickie D's.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a pita and they chef the fucking hot dog.
And it has to come with
mustard.
potatoes. Yeah. Good.
I mean, damn. I mean, we just ate and that made me feel hungry.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
God damn, we're gonna have some late night meals.
And we got the best of every world in Jersey. You know, we got all kinds of foods. You know, Dominicans. My daughter loves Vietnamese
Spanish food.
Oh, Natalia loves Vietnamese.
There's not that much Spanish food here. Everything here is Mexican.
Over there, everything is Dominican.
Everything
food,
here is Mexican.
Chinese. You can't live in Jersey like where we used to grow up without seeing a liquor store, Chinese store. Now it's tobacco stores next to them now, and some kind of Quick Check or 7-Eleven. Like they had those like right next to each other.
Yep.
You know, all that was missing was a gun store. That's it. And I think at one point there were more in Jersey, but not as much anymore.
Yeah, man. Oh, good times.
Yeah, definitely.
Good times. But anyway, man, we're at 36 minutes. And, you know, I like to keep it short because I know people got short attention spans and they don't want to listen to an hour of this. But maybe you do. If you do, comment, and we'll probably do this again. I'm pretty sure we will. I told them I'm going to be in New Jersey Thanksgiving, and I'm bringing all this shit with me.
You should stay with me.
I'm bringing all this shit. We might.
Yeah, stay with me. I have 2 rooms, enough for you. Kitchen and everything.
And then I'll shoot this from New Jersey, so.
Yeah, maybe we could do a little drive-by, but not a shooting drive-by, but,
no
drive-by our
drive-bys.
old neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely want to show y'all that.
Your house is still up there. You know, it's been fixed up. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of it.
It's beautiful. It's like this house here. It's totally
I've seen
done
some
up.
pictures of it.
And my parents are still at where I used to live in Newark, so I would
love to see that house, actually.
Oh, yeah. That hasn't changed.
Good times, yeah. But that sounds like a good idea. But thanks for coming on this. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. And please, if you own a Chevy C1500 or a Lincoln Town Car or Hayabusa, or you're just curious to see anything about my channel, please check it out. Yep. I don't have that much, but hey, you know, support me because eventually all your support will go towards charity and people that need it, etc. I have nothing to hide, so I'll be putting up details there once I start, you know, getting big and all that. And if I don't, that's fine too, you know. Like I said, I do this for fun, just like you.
And like I said, he's super handy. He knows how to fix everything. He's actually about to help me go fix a toilet upstairs.
And send me questions, you know.
And I think he should do that too, like little handyman stuff, because that gets, you know.
I did a few of them, yeah. Water heater. There's a water heater on my thing where I ask you questions, yeah.
So I'll post his information, but yeah, go check that out. Go see him. And I think that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.
Support this guy.